What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. So on today's video, we're gonna be installing OLM Halo LED fog lights and some Subispeed bezels on the 2019 STI. Alright guys, so he got excited and he already put the Subispeed fog light bezels on, but he just clipped them right into place. They're not wired up or anything. It's pretty simple to do. They're just clips. You pull on it to take it off and you just pop them in to put them on. So we're gonna be taking the bumper off right now. It's 6 of these 10mm bolts we're gonna be taking out. So there's 1, 2, 3, and then 3 over there. And then there's 3 of these clips. We're just gonna use a flathead, pop it up, and take them out. There's 3 of those. So the way these clips work, you're gonna wanna get a flathead, get under here and separate it from the bottom there, and then it should pull out. So next we're gonna go into the car, and those same clips I just showed you, there's 9 of them that we're gonna be removing from the bottom. All right, so here's another one of those that you need a flathead to get under. This one here, you're gonna push in the center, and then it's gonna loosen it, and then you should be able to pull it out. So those 2, we're right back here. And then you have 5 in the front. I have them laid out in front of kind of where they were. So 5 of those. And then same on this side, you have these 2 again over here. So there was one more that we forgot. It's under here. It's like the splash guard connected to the bumper. You're gonna wanna remove that one right there as well.
So when we take off all the clips here, maybe 9 clips here, and we take those all off, we're gonna pull this out. Wow.
You forgot one?
Okay, so when we take all these clips off, there's gonna be 9 clips here. We're gonna slightly remove this, and this is gonna come off. Put this to the side. When you guys take the bumper off, just be careful that you don't take any of the wires, because there's wires hidden over here. Just make sure you do it slowly so you don't take none of the wire off.
So just to show you an example, you see this one's already kind of coming off, but it literally is just tabs that clip right in. So he's gonna push it in, and you should hear it click. But he did tell me that for some reason this one always is kind of loose, right?
Yeah. So it kind of comes off. It kind of, so like it's in right now, but sometimes it'll come out. I don't know why.
All right, so here are the wires for the DRLs. We're gonna be setting that up first, testing it out. We're not gonna run the wires where they belong. We just wanna plug them in, make sure everything works correctly. And then over here, we have the wires for the fog lights. All right, so first we're gonna plug in the extension into this connector right here. Now that's gonna go to 1 DRL. These are for the fog light bezels. This one, sorry. So the short one, we're gonna plug this one into the DRL on the driver's side, and then this long extension is gonna go to the passenger side.
So we'll do like that. All right.
Right. So right now we're just gonna plug them all in to test it out, make sure everything works properly. There we go. So now we have that one connected. So we have both of them connected. Now we're gonna run that to the battery and the fuse. All right, so now we're gonna connect the power harness. Well, all these plugs are shaped differently, so you're not gonna be able to plug it into the wrong plug. So it makes it pretty simple. And now you have this white, black, and red cable here. The white is if you want the DRL to turn off with, say, if you have low beams on or something, you would connect this to that so it would turn off when you have those on. We're not gonna use it. We're just gonna be using these 2. So one's gonna go to the negative battery terminal, and the other one, we need an add a fuse. We're gonna try to make this work though. Let's see what we come up with to get this to work right now. I haven't crimped it yet. I just have it connected there. We didn't need this 2-wire add a fuse, but he got it, I guess, accidentally. We're just using one of them. We have the green headlight fuse plugged in there along with the add a fuse. So now whenever the car gets unlocked, you're gonna see the DRLs along with the headlights. And now they're pretty much always gonna be on whenever the headlights are on. So there's no on and off with these. And we're gonna end up doing the fog lights the same way. All right guys, so wow, you just full sent that, huh?
I didn't mean to.
Yeah. All right, so come to find out that the fog lights did not come with bolts to bolt it up to the bumper. So I'm looking for some. This is what I have in my little toolbox. we're just gonna put one bolt on each fog light for now until we go to the hardware store and get some. But yeah, just FYI, they don't come with bolts, so you're gonna have to go to the hardware store.
Come on, Subispeed.
Alright guys, so you may not need 4 bolts because on the left side here, these go into these slots. So they slide in there, and then we're gonna put a bolt on that side to hold that. But this side's not gonna back out because it's in the slot. So we should be good with 1 bolt and nut on this side. So as you can see, we put the bolt in through the top there. Now I only have that bolt size in my toolbox. This hole's actually smaller, I don't have that one. So we're just gonna be rocking 1 for now until we can go to the hardware store when they open tomorrow. All right, so he's putting the bezel back on. As you can see, he's just pushing it on. It just all clips back into place. So it fits nice.
Yeah.
You like it? Fits good?
Yeah, does it?
I think so. Once we get the other bolt in to really make it even, but when you're looking at it from down here, yeah, I feel like it looks looks good. All right, so now onto the wiring. We're gonna go ahead and connect the fog lights to the wires here, 1 on each side. So we're doing all this now just to test it, make sure everything works properly and they're on the settings that we want them with, like when the headlights turn on, for example. So next we're gonna connect the wiring kit to here, and the other side is going to go, well, it's gonna connect to both fog lights, so that's gonna connect right there. And then the other side, so many wires here, I know. The other side, we're gonna try to do what we did here. All right, so we were missing a harness for the fog lights, so we can't do that yet. He's gonna have to order that. So far what we have is this fuse going to the headlight, and as you can see, we have the 30 fuse right there underneath on the fuse. Then we have the wire running down, well, we have it into the negative side of the battery, and then we have it going down here. It's coming out through right here, and I had them zip tied together. This is that white cable that if you didn't want the DRLs on when something else is on, you can put that to the fuse, but we don't want it. We always want it on, so we're just tucking that away. And this is the extra slack from this cable here. So we're gonna tuck all that in here when we put the bumper on. As you can see, this isn't plugged in right now. This is for the fog lights themselves. So we're gonna have to get those harnesses and then finish this job later. So for now, we're gonna put the bumper back on. It just clips back into place, and then we gotta add all those clips we took off earlier, then we should be good to go. So before we put the bumper on, we're zip tying the wire along this here so it doesn't dangle. And whenever you wanna remove the bumper going ahead, you're gonna have to just disconnect it from here. So that box, we're gonna end up zip tying somewhere around there. All right, so we got the bumper back on. It's a bit of a hassle to do. You have to like kind of fit everything in right. It clips right in, but there's certain things like on the bottom, you want to make sure that the bumper's underneath the splash guard. On the side here, that it's on the outside of that wheel well there. Stuff like that gets caught. It makes it difficult to put on, but we ended up getting it on there. Now we're just buttoning it up. Put this black plastic piece back on. Now he's going to be putting the screws back in, and then we'll put the clips back in. So with this, you want to make sure you start with this all the way separated from that base. You're gonna stick it in there, and then once it's in, now you can push it down to close, to lock. All right, so now we're done putting all these bolts and clips in. We also did the ones on the bottom. There was about 9, 10, 11 on the bottom that we had to do, and we're all good now. We're just gonna have to wait to get these fog lights set up, and we should be good to go.